What up, y'all? This your boy Lucha guy, and I'm back with another video. And this one right here, I know was brought to my attention by Riddler guy, and I have seen reports about this myself on like wrestling dirt sheet sites. But thing is, I try to give you guys real news. I try to make sure it's actually coming from a specific wrestler on Lucha Underground, or even a producer or somebody behind the scenes. I'm not here to give you guys bullshit reports from Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez, the same guys. It's the same clowns that's been always like talking for years about Impact Wrestling going out of business. Every year, I remember at one point it was reports from Dave Meltzer about Impact Wrestling closing, and they're saying this now at the end of every season. Now I guess of Lucha Underground that this is the end. And then you got this jackass Solomonster making videos about this based off of Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer reports. I understand that the guy at the El Rey Network, there's gonna be like some changes at the El Rey Network company, and then one guy that was in charge. He liked the Lucha Underground. I heard he was like really responsible for the show keep coming back on the air. Now there's gonna be some new people in charge, and they don't know if these new people are gonna really think that Lucha Underground is worth the money. And the thing is, last season there was so many weak ass budget cuts. At this point, he might as well should end it. They're gonna be putting out weak seasons like that of Lucha Underground. And real quick, this is about like season 4. I know a lot of people didn't really even like the last season of Lucha Underground that we just saw that ended last Wednesday. A lot of people didn't really like it. They just watched it because the state of wrestling is in such a damn dark place. Is in such a dark period right now. It's such a drought. There's not much wrestling out there. I know some people like New Japan. Some people getting their hype out in like Ring of Honor. Some people can just watch NXT. Me, I can't really. I don't have the network, so I'm not WWE. They don't deserve my money, so I'm just that already crosses out NXT. Ring of Honor's boring as hell. New Japan is alright, but I don't follow it that much, and it's hard to watch. As I understand, they don't really run that much. It's like certain shows they do. And Impact, I mean, I might could try to get into it a little bit now that Lucha Underground is off the air, because I refuse to watch WWE, and I refuse to watch that company and give them my rating and even give them money. And there's going to have to be major changes made in that company before I can even watch them again. At that point, it's going to have to be a damn boom period again before I even watch WWE. But this gets me back to the topic of this. Like, there's like this clown Solomonster. He's talking about a possible reboot if there is a season 5 of Lucha Underground. I'll play the audio here. I don't even want to give this clown any hype. And in case you're wondering what is my problem with this guy, long story short, this half the reason why I started on my channel. I used to comment back in the day on TV tracks because I was a fan of Don Tony and Kevin Castle. I seen Solomonster do a few videos about Lucha Underground. I commented. All he did was rant on a lot of the shit on the show. I'm like, why is this guy even watching? He kept on whining about the Mac doing a stunner and calling him a Stone Cold ripoff. I left some comments he didn't like, and I ended up getting blocked off TV tracks. So fuck Solomonster. I got blocked off TV tracks because of this dickhead, and his own little podcast sucks. You could hear this jackass now, and I wouldn't even drop a video lying to you guys and give you guys false info. I will at least make sure I'm getting real facts straight before I drop a video about a season 5 of Lucha Underground. But here we go. Shit, I don't even
Didn't wash the bad taste out of my mouth, though, with their closing montage. These are always well done. There is no other promotion or wrestling television show in the world, because it's not really a promotion, but there's no other wrestling television show in the world that does these segments as good as Lucha Underground does. Not WWE, not anybody. And in this montage, we start out, we see King Cuerno and Dragon Azteca Jr. and Aerostar, they're standing together. And Cuerno thinks that gauntlet needs to be hidden again. We gotta hide the gauntlet. And Dragon Azteca says, well, he takes it, he mentions that there is a she.
Well, this guy's boring. I'm gonna have to speed this shit up.
That she turned out to be Black. So Dragon has the glove back, Ground Championship with him. And we finally learn who the boss man is in the shadows. He leans in. We hear a very familiar voice, and he leans in.
I don't got time for his boring ass.
So, as a character like that, and he's got a great voice, Jagger and Wade Barrett as the two focal points, it just doesn't seem right. So the montage ends with a flashback.
See what I mean? All he does is complain.
He took his son Dario's key. Remember, Dario was laying there. It was like the wake or whatever for Dario Cueto. He was dead. And his father reached in and grabbed the key. The key from Matanza that Dario had in his possession.
Y'all should be watching me. These people on here are boring. A lot of these guys that cover Lucha.
Aerostar appear. This fucking guy is everywhere, isn't he?
Oh, wow, you're cursing. You're so edgy. Somebody curse at you, you block them, dickhead.
Straight into the camera and says, "What the fuck?" And they cut it off right before he could say the word. And they put the words, "To be continued."
Since 2007, you fucking kidding me?
So they say. As a cliffhanger, I thought that was great. I love that entire closing package, that last scene. I love the fact that Dario is alive again.
Well, we agree on something.
I love the Dario Cueto character, so that was great. All that was great. And now, if they do continue on, I would assume, if they continue the storylines into the next season, I could see Dario almost taking on more of a babyface role and putting together...
Oh, y'all still have a video anyway to drop about that. That video will be coming.
Father's crew.
I will mention more about the timeline, storyline,
that could be a lot of fun.
timeline, traveling with Edo Star and Dario Cueto.
Very good finale. Now we wait and see what becomes of Lucha Underground in a potential 5th season. The whole to be continued thing is very much up in the air. Eric Van Wagenen is the executive producer of the show. And he appeared on the Masks, Mats, and Mayhem podcast. And he said on there that he doesn't know anything about a Season 5 right now, which is always an encouraging thing to hear your EP say. I don't know what's going on. It sounds, based on what he was saying, if you read between the lines, it sounds like El Rey likes the show. El Rey likes Lucha Underground.
No shit, what else is on there? Those old-ass movies, those karate movies nobody watch.
For another season like this most recent one on a slimmer budget. They really cut the budget for this last season. They had to tape a lot quicker. He doesn't want to do that. He says if it's a choice between doing that and not doing the show, it sounds like he'd be okay with just not doing the show. He would rather find another investor so they can get more money, get the budget back up to where it used to be.
One thing I do question is why there are always budget problems? Where are they wasting money at? Bringing in fucking Jack Swagger? Is that where they're losing money at? You don't need those people in Lucha Underground. All they have to do is bring in Lucha Libre people from AAA.
Van Wagenen and Chris Roach, who is a producer on the show, who is also on that podcast, it sounds like they have two very different ideas on what a Season 5 might look like. Van Wagenen says it would be more of a reboot.
Oh, hell no.
Ideally, it would be more of a reboot, and that includes rebooting the cast. You wouldn't have, not that they would get rid of everybody, but he is thinking reboot. That's what he's thinking.
Okay, I'm gonna have to rant on that.
Would like to tie up all the loose ends, storyline-wise, dating back to the very first season, before they do any sort of reboot. I'm with Roach. You've got to finish what you started with these stories. You can't leave this hanging, especially after this finale here, and this little cliffhanger. I think it would be absolutely ridiculous to not first at least tie those stories up before you move on and reboot the cast and reboot the storylines. So I'm with him on that. But, I thought there was one telling quote from Van Wagenen on that podcast where he said, good shows sometimes go away for business.
Don't fuck this guy. About the part, though, he was talking about a reboot and a spinoff or some shit. I'm gonna have to say, they better not do nothing stupid like that. Because what was the point of bringing back Dario Cueto? Shit on her. What was the point of bringing back Dario Cueto? They have a lot of stuff they have to really do. I don't know if they're gonna be replacing Melissa Santos or Eddie Guerrero and Vicky Guerrero's daughter Shaw Guerrero. I don't even know if these two are gonna be kept dead. Katrina and Mia Mortez. Let's write down they're both dead off the show. Johnny Mundo, I hope they didn't kill him off. We just seen Taya knock him down. And she's strong like a god. Hopefully they didn't kill him. Now, I didn't see any blood, so they would be done for them to kill off Johnny Mundo. Hopefully he's just unconscious. And Pentagon Dark got screwed bad. So they're going to have to definitely continue this. Now, are they going to really, far as starting over fresh? They don't need a spinoff at this point. A spinoff, I think, would even need to be done after Season 5. And one thing I always heard about, I have to talk about that in a later video, maybe even early next year, when it's going to be boring and shit's going on, but WWE failing to set up with a damn Royal Rumble. I have to talk about rumors that Dario Cueto he always wanted a Lucha Underground movie. Now, he wanted that to be the final ending of the whole damn, series of a movie. He thinks a movie is a perfect an ending for the whole comic book series and the whole TV drama series of Lucha Underground, ending it with a movie. And I will address that later. But if they're gonna keep doing weak seasons like they just did with budget cuts, because this season I like they lost so much money, and I don't know how they lose so much money after every season, then they might as well not come back. And then doing a reboot, I'm gonna have to ask you guys what you think about that down below. Like rebooting means bringing in new characters and whole new storylines and shit like that. I mean, they don't even need these Jake Strongs, Jack Swaggers, and all these XW wrestlers. Wade Barrett, I don't even know if he's gonna wrestle. Some people say he can't wrestle anymore. I don't know what happened with Wade Barrett. If you guys know, let me know down below. But I think all they had to do was bring in guys. They gotta have guys they can bring in from AAA. What is the point of AAA even being connected with Lucha Underground? They can't bring in anybody from AAA. And then shout out to Baron 888. He pointed out something to me. There was a whole different guy that had to play Vampiro's master. They don't even I guess the guy that was originally gonna be the master, and I will talk about that even in an upcoming video. The original guy couldn't come back. I already showed you guys that, I think, in a past video. That guy was huge and tall. And then the guy they had recasted was small and scrawny and doing a bunch of flips and kicks and a bunch of red arrows and stuff and suicide dives. I guess it's some Australian wrestler. That was not the original guy. That guy was real small. I don't even take him that seriously to be Vampiro's master, to take out Pentagon Dark. Pentagon Dark is a huge guy. There's no way that guy can be taken out, taking on Pentagon Dark in a believable match. That's unrealistic the way that guy looked. I don't care what type of skills he could do in the ring. The guy that originally was casted was a huge guy. They looked like he was going to be a powerhouse wrestler, not another indie guy flying around high flying and shit. But do you guys really want a reboot of season 5? Do you guys want them to continue with the storyline of Dario Cueto being brought back, being woken up from the dead, and it's gonna be, I guess, some type of Survivor Series type shit, where it's Dario Cueto's guys versus Antonio Cueto's guys, the Order and the guys and all that. But I think they would have been fine leaving off these Jake Strongs and Jack Swaggers and Wade Barretts. All they had to do, and then what's up with them being connected with Impact? They can bring in some guys from Impact. Now, granted, I understand, majority of the guys in Impact are from Lucha Underground. Killer Cross, Johnny Impact, John Morrison, Pentagon Dark, Cage, Phoenix. I understand that, but they can even, try to bring in some guys even from AAA. Impact had a cool luchador that I didn't even see yet on Lucha Underground, Laredo Kid. They can bring in Laredo Kid and some other people from AAA, because they didn't even need these Jake Strongs and all this stuff. But if there's gonna be a big reboot, then I don't know. I'm not gonna like that season probably worse than I didn't like season 4. But you guys let me know what you think about this down below. Like I said, I will keep you guys up to date with any news surrounding season 5 of Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground. I am Lucha guy, but I will keep you guys up to date with any news regarding Lucha Underground season 5. You will hear it from me first, definitely. I won't give you false reports from Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. I will give you guys legit news coming from the wrestlers or the producers. But hit like and subscribe. Monster slam that like button, and I'm out. Peace.